Well then.
Hello there, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Today I'm actually joined by one of my best friends. So, Yelchit, go ahead and say hello.
This is the first time I've heard you do an intro, and I'm hearing an echo because I forgot I'm stupid.
Do you guys hear Yelchit just fine? Cause there are some sound setting stuff on my end that I would have to play around with. Hey Yelchit, can you say something right quick?
Yeah, I'll just listen to myself, my own beautiful voice.
Okay. Should be good. I turned up the audio for that a little bit higher. So.
Oh, I'm really echoey. Am I like that in what?
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, so, Yellowjet and I were vibing before the stream, so I thought, oh hey, let's just have him join and pretty much pretty much waste brain cells just like me.
I'm touching
Okay,
the gain knob.
I'm still laughing at the fact that the Russian Samsung.
I'm gonna touch it. This is a very dangerous knob to touch.
What are you touching?
The gain knob.
The gain knob.
The master gain knob. Okay, I'm upping it just a little bit. Now, it's a very small knob. So I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I think that's a good.
Isaac, to answer your question, is the implementing store functionality and maybe home window functionality for Area 14 or Site-17? This is for Site-17. So, last time first episode we fixed or we refactored old code to make the shop work properly.
Will Site-17 be better than Area 14? I sure hope it is.
I sure hope it is as well. And then the last episode we implemented functionality into these buttons to actually make them like, you know, selectable, clickable, all that good jazz.
Did somebody else design the graphics for those?
Yes, somebody else. I don't remember their name off the top of my head. I don't think I had any personal interaction with them, but
it's
yeah.
Fine. They don't matter anyways. It's okay.
Yeah. So anyway, this time around we are going to be programming some of these buttons. It should be fairly straightforward, seeing as how we created some custom classes for these buttons here. So it should be relatively easy.
Does it like look at where your mouse clicks and then?
Yeah, exactly. So these are actually
again. Oh, that's a Roblox integrated. Wait, is that?
Nope. These are frames. These are not buttons.
That's a meme.
Yeah. What do you think?
Did you like scale a circular image?
Yep. That's exactly what I did.
That's creative. What was your source material for that?
I remember seeing another foundation that did this, and that just honestly got me thinking about how they did it, and eventually, like, I just sort of came up with this idea. And because the frame has Clip's descendants on it, the circle never goes outside the bounds. Now, if you take a look right here, see how it's rounded? You will see that if I spam it enough, you will see that it
I see that.
But like most users won't really notice.
Is that just like a math inconsistency?
No, yes, because it's a round corner, Roblox doesn't particularly like them.
Why is that? Is the frame square? Is that why?
Yeah, because the frame is square. Even if it has the
I guess I am somewhat surprised that you can't. Granted, like that's a rather complex animation for Roblox, but
not really.
I mean, I couldn't tell looking at it unless you pointed it out.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So let's get right into it. So, one of the things that I pointed out that I really want to do last time was that I wanted to split apart the handler for the play menu into its own module, which I might do depending on how difficult it'll be with implementing the shop. I don't think it'll be too difficult, but we'll see how that ends up. So
that's what you always say.
I mean, I'm not gonna deny that, but
hey, we'll create a UI butt class. It'll be great.
It'll be flawless. I promise. I will remember that, Dr. Carmine reported you when the game releases and you get fired. Okay then.
He won't last that long.
How's the Area 14 Class D shop? I would not know that because right now I do not do any deving for Area 14. So that you need to ask either Spirit or Quinn. Or sorry, no, Quinn is also working on Site-17. You're gonna need to ask either Chris or you need to ask Spirit.
They're working on 14 because they're not paid.
Ascended. Probably having Yellow Jet in this stream is gonna get me fired.
Yeah, probably.
But
I mean,
you know what?
You haven't said there isn't anything I can't say yet, so I'm expressing my freedom of speech.
Oh God, oh hell.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
What's gonna?
Underscore info.
My overall presence is gonna get him fired.
His overall presence is gonna get me fired. Just watch this. Hold my.
They're
beer.
still hate. Why is everybody hating on Destroyed? He must be some guy.
Everybody, stop beating. Stop getting destroyed.
I mean, even Bob Jones hates him. Why?
He kind of got oofed from the Foundation earlier this week.
Did he? How oofed are we talking here?
Banned.
But what did he do?
I honestly don't know. Regardless, Destroyed can stay as long as they behave.
Who I am.
Yep.
Horrified.
Yojit seems very calm and reasonable. I don't know, really Yojit. Are you really calm and reasonable?
I mean, I don't know yet. I think we'll figure out as the night progresses.
Okay, so first of all, we need to get rid of those print statements because those just don't need to exist anymore. I thought I
just
removed
put his admission of guilt in the chat. Quick screenshot it.
He's been banned like 40 times on alts and mains. I mean, has he? I don't know if this.
I would not put that past Bob Jones. I don't know. Maybe he's become a new person.
Yo, do you have a bunch of other years with other colors? I mean, yo, Jet, are you hiding a blue jet somewhere in your closet?
Unironically, I think my brother's Roblox account was a dark red jet. Not even kidding. I don't know why he did it.
I was in the middle of taking a sip. What you said?
I mean, it is. Granted, I don't think he was like super into Roblox.
Oh God.
So. Maybe he is. Maybe
you're gonna murder me.
He's doing well for himself. I'm already doing it. What are you talking about?
Oh God! Ow.
Yeah, I've got like a little delay on YouTube's chat. That's a little interesting. Oh, I can just set it to all chat. Awesome, now I can see it when somebody tries to curse people out. Why would YouTube censor that by default? Family friendly?
I mean, I said it as not intended for kids, and it's really not, so... Not with our level of IQ. Okay, so we have not created a global for shop, so local shop equals hub dot God. So we have now done that. So shop dot no. So local game passes option button equals UI button class dot new. We pass in the shop dot options dot game passes, and we pass in true to make sure the click effect is enabled. Game passes option, or no, it's products option button equals UI button class dot new shop dot options dot products. God, me coughing that up still affecting me.
I think there's got to be at least 70 more family-friendly keywords in there for it to be a clickable video. It needs to have like Mr. Beast, PewDiePie. It needs to have. Well, I don't know if he's even family anymore, to be honest.
I went through it and I added a whole bunch of tags earlier this week, so at least there's that.
Did you now?
I did.
Oh.
game passes options button dot input began function equals, and then we're just gonna do select.
I can't believe I just subscribed to Shellnut. I can't even believe it. You have a profile picture, it's just an S.
I should probably fix that.
You know what, you do that, I'm gonna find you a profile picture, and we'll see if you like it or not.
Oh boy.
The very first thing I'm gonna do, of course, is type Shellnut in Google Images and see what I find. A lot of TF2 memes.
What? So now I gotta create function handlers for these.
That's somebody's last name. Imagine having the last name of Shellnut.
That would be amazing. I would love to have the last name of Shellnut.
I would be terrified for my child.
So
if they had the last name Shellnut.
So in a shell. No, not you,
like
Billy.
Get
out of here.
Like call them by the last name, you know?
Yeah. Oi, Shellnut.
Shellnut, get over here. What are you doing over there, Shellnut? It doesn't work.
Object-oriented programming equals aneurysm for me. See, it wouldn't be an aneurysm if it wasn't Lua. And Med Roblox, I will go ahead and say that depends on the circumstances or the situation at hand.
I wish Lua would just choose a side, either be functional or OOP. Like
no, see, it is functional. It's functional.
It is not 100% functional. It definitely does not have some of the features that would be required for me to deem something a functional language.
Okay, what sort of features does it not have?
At least 70 lambda expression types.
God, I hit new levels of frequency for that. Holy crap.
Yep, I got you. I really got you with that one.
Oh no. Okay, I swear to God, this chill hop music thing is on repeat or something. Like I keep hearing it. It's not okay.
I know what picture I need to find.
1 second, I'm looking for.
I just had a mental image and I need
okay.
to create it.
No signal maybe. There we go. Let's do this one instead. Okay, I'm pretty sure I haven't heard this before.
Okay.
I sounded like a yelping dog apparently. Glad to hear it. Okay, why is... Did I just not get to that?
I'm imagining a squirrel with a nut in its hands, but it needs to be in the proper pose, I think.
It needs to be very obvious that the shell and the nut are inverted.
I don't know. I just feel like a squirrel goes well with the profile picture and your personality as a whole.
We have now located our wonderful, fantastic piece of garbage that is called the text button. So I'm just gonna.
Oh, I thought it was just click.
We're gonna turn that into a text to label because fun fact, YellowJet, if you have a text button inside of something that you're trying to like essentially emulate the button.
Yeah, it like messes up. It's stupid.
Yeah, it won't let it do it.
I don't know why they haven't fixed that bug. That bug's been around for as long as I can remember.
I don't think it's a bug. I think like it's actually an intended feature.
No, don't you dare say it's a feature.
It's a feature. It's not a bug. It's a feature.
I'm gonna find a Roblox forum post right now that's gonna be like, why has this not been removed? And then like some high level like builder man himself shutting it down, being like, I like it that way, leave me alone.
Okay, why is this still not working? I'm kind of concerned. Is there another text button in there? I swear to God. There is. It's an image button. What the crap?
You're okay.
I'm not okay. Why? Look at this. Look at the size of this image button. Look at the size of this image button. It's like it takes up 95% of the screen space. What the crap?
It's fine. You'll fix it. I believe in you. You can just make it smaller.
Well, that makes one of us. Okay, there we go.
other devs added text buttons so you can remove them and get paid more. I think this is too high IQ for my very short.
Have other devs add text buttons so you can remove them and get paid. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I have a little plugin made by Quenti. It isn't always accurate. There are still a little bit of like kinks to hammer out, but it works like 95% of the time. Okay, why are you still not working? I swear to God, if there's another button.
I didn't realize squirrels came in multiple colors.
Yeah,
he's like got all the colors of the rain. Sorry, you continue. Yep.
No, I'm good.
You might be really mad at image buttons right now. Sorry.
Wait a moment. Please tell me there are no. Okay, wait, no. Okay.
Why do you have 27,000 templates?
Don't worry about it. Okay, why is this not firing? Passes and products. Okay, so this is an image label, not
I need to find the perfect squirrel. I need to change my search terms.
Okay. So we're gonna just put a quick warn here and get out of here, Epic Games.
Bob just told you to check unrelated. That's terrifying. Never trust Bob when he says to check unrelated. It's always bad.
I'm kind of concerned. I'm gonna go check unrelated right quick.
No. It's unrelated for a reason.
One Site-17 is sus. What the crap?
I can't say that's good. As much as I love me some family-friendly Among Us.
Okay. Why are you not working? So it's initializing the buttons. I know for certain. I know that for certain. But it's not. And I just got mentioned again. What do you want? Check YouTube chat. Okay. Oh, it's you. What are gonna be some of the GOIs added for Site-17? Groups of interest. Currently, so first of all, it's a roleplay only site. So, Chaos Insurgency is gonna be the GOI that is present on Site-17.
Is it gonna be like absolute ham unregulated mess like the rest of the roleplay sites?
No.
How are they gonna regulate a non-RP site?
Like paid GUIs? No paid GUIs, pretty sure.
Hypothetically, let's say that
get out of here, MS Teams. One moment.
Who would I pay 1,500 Robux?
Where is
MS
Teams? Microsoft Teams. Wait. There we go. Bob.
Maybe the Chinese Communist Party. I would pay 1,500 Robux to be that instead of CI. I'm just saying there might be a market there. Type of roleplay are we talking here? Like SCP or furry roleplay? I'm expecting the type of roleplay where everybody's just shooting nobody for no reason.
Oh,
you can correct me.
No. There's gonna be measures in place to prevent like yes measures. There will be measures in place to prevent random killings unless you're CI, in which case you will kill absolutely everyone.
Right. I'm not gonna say anything. That is not as family friendly as I'd like to remember. I think YouTube has 2S.
YouTube has what?
Oh, I was just saying. I think Roblox
Okay.
or not.
Roblox.
I think YouTube has TOS.
Image button. So right now we're trying to figure out what the heck is a super class of button.
I'm
GUI
betting.
button. Okay, cool.
Yeah, GUI button.
There it is. I don't know why it didn't show up before.
And I think isn't that like parented to like GUI element and then to instance? I forget how it is.
Then, well, I don't need to know the super grandparent. But
Hey, it's good to know the family tree.
Mouse button one clicked. Connect, and I'm just gonna do.
I have found a potential squirrel.
Oh no. Warn.
Put that over there.
Button get full name. So now, if we're clicking on a button that we're not supposed to be, it's gonna scream at us in there. Karma, why do you have 4 unused Microsoft Edge? They're used. I pulled up like the starter page so that you guys can't see what I'm doing. So
See, I told you Edge was pretty. You get like those different daily pictures.
Edge is pretty.
Yeah, I got a mountain.
Yeah.
At
Second of
140p.
all, because Edge has some slightly superior things. Enough said.
Collections are a lifesaver.
Oh, okay. I guess text button doesn't have. Okay, fine. Nice. I guess text button doesn't have. What does text button have? Does it not have mouse button one clicked? Excuse me. What does it have then? Oh, it's mouse button one click, not mouse button one clicked.
Oh.
Cack.
Is there like a GUI event that uses clicked? Because I could have sworn that there was like a past tense.
It'll be really stupid if there's an inconsistency. And no, I think you're talking about click detectors. I think that's what uses mouse click.
Yeah.
What the crap? It seems to work. What the heck?
So I'm bouncing between 2 squirrels. We have the normal squirrel and the one with the nut just jammed down its throat. Kind of like your other profile picture where there's a bread in your mouth, except it's a nut.
Okay, I'm not understanding.
Yeah, you know
why
what?
it's
The more
not
I think
letting
about
me-
it, the more it suits you.
Wait, heck, hold on.
All right, there you go. Merry Christmas. Belated. It's a slightly excessive amount of spin.
Oh my god. Yes. Absolute yes.
See, the old Edge was trashy, but the new Edge is kind of good. The one that's based on Chromium is kind of janky.
I deleted Edge off my computer. I feel like the UI needs a slightly excessive amount of spin.
I couldn't agree more.
My phone is exploding from
culture
watching
to
this. What do you mean it's exploding? Okay,
It's probably like on a Nokia 3310.
Okay, I know exactly what the problem is. Okay, so it is detecting our clicks.
Karma, are you?
It's detecting the clicks. It's just that it decided to do something a little bit stupid. True then. I'm just gonna wrap this in a if statement so I can just set this to false. So the reason it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, why it's not showing the effect, is because in reality it is showing the effect. It's just the effect is hidden behind these render images. Kind of like it was in the other menus. Oh,
the problem has been found.
Med Roblox, what I can suggest is try turning down the quality of the quality of the stream a little bit. Should
stream it? Okay, 1080p 60, respect.
Yeah. So
I'm not satisfied unless it's at least 6K, personally.
6K.
Maybe downscale the 4K if you're a club. I really have to see the pixels in Roblox Studios 1080p quality, you know.
Okay, my question is, why is this?
Can you tell me if you like
Hold on.
my squirrel or not? I spent a lot of time trying to find him.
Well, I mean, I said yes.
Oh, okay, okay. I just needed that little bit of approval, is all.
It is fantastic. Sorry, that was a little bit rapey.
Yeah, I know. 6K. That was like 30 years ago on a CRT screen.
I just
Okay,
changed around a
no
value.
joke.
Let's see if that fixes absolutely everything.
I remember there was something about CRT.
6K, that's from 30 years ago. At least have decency to use 57K.
There was like some reason why gamers chose CRTs. It was like a really strange, obscure reason that actually made sense. I can't remember what it was.
Hey,
It
there we
didn't really,
go.
like, frame rate.
The buttons are now properly working. Heck yeah. And I think I even fixed the oops. I think I
It was
even
a
fixed
frame
the
rate.
yeah, there we go. So now it's appearing on top of the render. Fantastic. Hey, okay, cool. So we killed two birds with one stone. Watch YouTube moderate me for that one phrase. Okay, so okay, so Game Pass option, so
Oh, you know what it is? It's input lag. You don't
what?
get any input lag on a CRT.
The heck is a CRT? I still have no answer for that. Okay, so for Game Passes, we're gonna do something that's really quite simple. We're just gonna split apart these two. So we're gonna have scroll for we're gonna have scroll for Game Passes, and we're gonna have scroll for what's its face for products. Right? Now the question is, how do we want to transition this? Yelja, what do you think? How do you think we should
scroll.
Oh, that looks a little bit weird.
So you want to like transition between Game Passes and product?
Yeah. So I have this scroll box.
I mean, you could take a couple of different approaches. The question is like, what would be most usable from like a usability standpoint?
No, but both of it is usable. Like the point is, you click a button, for example, Game Passes, and it flips over to show Game Passes.
I would almost say like my first inclination is like you want to continue the scroll because it looks smoother.
So
the problem is the clipping would look weird. I mean, I guess you could try something like that. So like, for instance, you would scroll like imagine both scroll elements were nested inside of a scroll element. Almost like that's not actually what you would do, but it just helps with the visualization.
Oh, so it's sort of like
you would scroll from one group and it would scroll all the way and kind of like in an in out quad tween you could have.
Okay, I see. Okay, so it would sort of go vertical, right? So this would sort of move past and, you know.
Yeah, it would effectively look like it was scrolling beyond its usual bounds, and then it would reveal a new group of buttons. And you can go back and forth. But, I mean, the main part is having it kind of like a smooth tween animation with a little bit of in-out. So it feels like it's really, like, kind of laying into place.
Okay. So,
I'm trying to think.
The way I would probably do that is I would create... Why is that so... Oh.
I would just say, like, have... Let's see. I'm trying to think about how clipping works.
So I have two of these scroll frames here. So what I would honestly do is I would probably just clip them into another frame that's slightly larger, and have these scroll frames move within that frame, sort of with the cutoff.
Can you clip with transparency in Roblox? I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, I can. Absolutely can. So see how when I scroll down, it sort of clips those elements up top. So you absolutely can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Well,
what I'm gonna.
that's because it's inside the scroll box. Yeah, I guess you could constrain the size and then it would clip
Yeah.
properly.
So if I take position of
And if you
that,
want to go the extra mile, you unload. I'd assume that. See, but then that's like the
no,
maybe
no,
you'll get some
there's
performance
no
side of
reason to unload.
that's the C++ me talking right there. That's if you're not seeing something, it's not loading.
Okay, and then anchor point probably has to be, yep, 0.5, 0.5. There it is. And then just sort of nest these inside of each other. Oh boy, it's big.
It's elongated.
It is indeed elongated. So the way we're gonna do this is then have 1, 0, 1, 0.
See, I would almost say that like languages like Lua in Python, like I would say if you want to like learn object-oriented code, something like Java would do good. If somebody's trying to learn OOP, like using Lua is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
using Lua, I didn't actually I didn't understand OP properly until I started using Java.
And I recommend either variant of C, except they're just aggravating for some reason.
Yeah, well maybe C sharp. C sharp is a good one.
Yeah, maybe, but that's basically Java, so you can't even claim that they're different.
Yeah, but C more industries, as far as I know, use C sharp. So
like in what? Because C sharp is a .NET language, so that's mostly like when you're developing an application for Windows and you're too much of a pleb to use C++, you use C sharp. But that's pretty much. I haven't seen any implementation of C sharp outside of that. C Dole, you take that back right now.
C Dole.
Yeah, I'm about to turn him into a seagull.
C gone.
See.
Okay, I feel like I've messed something up. Let's find out.
Listen, okay, I'm not saying that C++ is for everybody, but it allows my perfectionist complex to really thrive, you know? Turn me into a seagull.
Seagull. Okay, what if I set the...
I need to figure out a proper use for that word, because that's too good to pass up.
What if I So I have implemented UI aspect ratio constraints. Okay. It's a circle. What's that? Interesting.
All I think when I think seagulls is like it was a DM that like some person sent me back when I was like captain of SD, and it was like it tilted its head back. And,
I know exactly.
In red, and it said, "Sir, sir, I need to." It was like, "Sir, I need a generic thing." Sir. That's the meme I think of. Classic. Yeah, I forgot who sent that one. I remember like seeing it and then.
I mean, there's quite a bit of them.
Yeah, there are. That's a good point. It is kind of a reposted joke.
Okay. I mean, does this look similar to the old one? Old one was a bit closer grouped together. Now, granted, this doesn't have to be exactly the same, but you know.
Hey, perfectionism.
Perfectionism.
Aspect ratio Game Pass win. That's sad. That's just that's a sad reality. I almost wish he didn't say it. Like, think about all the people playing like generic games, not even just Roblox games, just like generic games, like indie games on a 4:3 aspect ratio.
Oh,
God forbid a 1:1.
Oh no, I just say that.
Everything just gets smashed. Like, just do me a favor.
I mean, I have this preset here that is called "Why does this literally no reason to exist?" And it just turns the.
yeah.
But it miraculously looks good in the background. But
like
no.
1200 by 1200. Like, set it to something like that and see what it looks like.
I mean, I have widescreen.
Square. Now, widescreen always looks okay. It's like you get the default 16:9 with a little bit on the edge. Like, that's always good. But the square is where you really suffer.
Okay.
Like just like 1200 by 1200. That's a pretty standard.
I mean, how big is the widescreen?
resolution.
Widescreen is 6400.
We don't talk about that. If only I could afford a GPU to run the damn thing. Oh wait, I can't buy one.
Oh no, it caps me. It caps me at 4096 by 2160.
1200 by 1200. What are you doing? No, don't do that. That's not healthy.
Okay, let's find out what this looks like. Oh, why does it call new device?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, now it's really small though. You kind of see.
Yeah, but still proper UI scaling.
Yeah, I mean, it's properly scaled, but let's be honest, that impact font is not doing too well for the Game Pass images. I can barely read it at a distance. It's like you're putting a bunch of text on a button, and I mean, it's on a dark background, so you can kind of read it, but impact for anything other than titles kind of gets smashed because it has a low distance between the characters.
I mean, most people are going to be pressing their faces up against the screen anyway, so.
I mean, I don't know. Does that say administrative? I can't tell. He already did his biggest aspect ratio. See, he's good with scaling, though.
Okay, so there's that. And then this needs to be, like, position of y equals 1 or something. Oh.
I'd say like have two text boxes.
Oh wait, that does.
And then you can tween them as like, okay, if you have like two separate text boxes and they're in a frame, and that frame is clipped, you could just tween that entire frame. Aren't there like specific? Okay, so like, let's say you have two text or two scroll boxes, right?
Yeah.
You can either move them separately with their own tweens, or you could stick them both in a giant frame and move that instead, and have that clip.
That's fair.
Because then it's just like one tween command, and on button press, you're like yeet, and it just works.
It just
works. But what do I know? As the person who isn't writing any of the code. It's okay. You're gonna be fine. I'm still reading up on CRTs. Apparently.
Oh, it's tiny!
But oh! Yeah, maybe make that frame just a little bigger. Just a touch. Just a dabble, do ya?
Dabble. Oh no, I broke something.
I think it's scaling vertically with everything else.
Yeah, here, I know how to fix
Whereas
it.
it
Needs to be point...
Yep.
Needs to be 0.5.
Well, I mean, ideally you want a little bit of a gap between the two elements, so the verticality would be a little bit more than the height of both combined. So you have a little bit of a gap so that there's like a visible transition between the grouping of two elements.
Why is
Otherwise, it just looks like you're just scrolling down further than you would normally, and it's not as much of a transition as it is like a extended scroll. It's still very long.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
There's a
how
lot
to
of-
fix that. If I set this to 1 and set this to 1 as well. That seems to be
I mean, the height would
second
be
one.
0.5, yeah.
Where's the second one?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about it.
I went to the store to buy cigarettes and never came back.
Jeez.
Make their hit reg really bad. Honestly, so he's saying that instead of banning people for exploiting, you just make their hit registration really bad. And I've no joke considered. I think you too, Karma. Like you've considered, like memeing on exploiters.
One of the projects, yeah, one of the projects that I was working on, and I'm still kind of sort of working on, it has a couple. So first of all, there are a couple of memes just hidden specifically for exploiters. And other than that, there would be like several specifically exposed function or like remote events that exploiters could fire to do stupid stuff.
Like ban themselves.
Like ban themselves.
Fuck. Just name it. Give admin. They can't resist.
Give admin.
Listen, if you were exploiting and you saw a remote event that was like give admin, how much time would you spend trying to fire that single event?
That is kind of a good point.
It's like a monkey with a banana. It just you can't.
I really want the ability to ban myself.
But then you like obfuscate the server-side code, and then they don't know that.
See, that's the thing. You don't even need to obfuscate the
Or they even just
server-side
put
code.
themselves on a list, and then you can.
Was he naughty or was he nice? Santa Claus is coming for you.
Yeah, his key delay is just a little higher than usual. He has just a little bit of desync, not for other people, but just for him.
Did Santa pre-fire?
Does he stick his gun around the corner in the right way, or is he firing into the wall?
Oh my god.
Hashtag period 12.
Oh god. Okay. I need to adjust some of my hierarchy stuff.
See, but spawning in thousands of unanchored parts no fun. You want to like just subtly mess with them. So like, again, everybody else just gains like 200 milliseconds of desync. So for everybody else, when he pops around a corner, for everybody else, he pops around it normally. But for him, other people are 200 milliseconds behind.
So he always.
So they pink the corner. He doesn't see them for 200 milliseconds, and they get to jump on them.
That's a hell of a game.
Or just like subtly, like adding a very subtle offset, so that over time, he can't get used to his controls. Like adding a little bit of dynamic variation to his controls. So like every time he presses A, he moves to the left, just like 2 millimeters different. So he can never master walking.
I can never master
Because like if
walking.
you want to anchor a bunch of parts and lag him the heck out, yeah, it's kind of funny for 5 seconds, but then you don't get to enjoy it. Or like you have an admin tool where it just like puts a red box on his head. And you can just, I don't know, play with them a little bit.
Make it so that if they ever touch somebody, they just immediately die. Now that I think about it, that would actually be kind of like really useful.
Or just make it so that, so like, okay, think about an anti-exploit measure that would break the game for a normal person. So I don't know.
Okay.
Dying when you touch a part. Like, sorry, dying when you touch a wall. probably not good for the average player. For an exploiter, however.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you ever touch another player, you die. The floor is lava.
Do you know how miserable of a death that would be? It would be a slow and painful one.
If you are detected as an exploiter, the floor suddenly becomes lava.
Make the sound volume really inconsistent. Man, this guy, yeah, like have it be like when you join the game, it's really, really quiet, so they turn up the sound, and then like an hour later on like a time randomization cycle, you just turn it up to 100. And then the best part is they think they have a Windows sound problem. Because there's no indication that the game audio is really loud for them, because as far as they're concerned, they haven't changed the volume. And so they just think that they're their computer.
Even more trolly, it plays the Discord notification sound.
Oh no. That's evil.
And then scroll position equals.
Yeah, just stream sniping the position of exploiters. They're reaching all new time highs.
Absolutely.
A random trip chance. That's like our definition of humor right there. You remember the toe hitch, Alex?
The toe hitch! The toe hitch was amazing!
CWM and I tested the toe hitch the other day because I was using
remember the barrel? The one that I implemented? And then I think Bob Joe... No, it was Dawson, I think, started admin abusing, just flying around and setting everybody on fire.
The barrel! No! It took me a second. The moment you said fire, I was like, yup, that's it. I remember that. Yeah, Zulu was like in this really interesting place where it was like I wasn't making something that was terribly too complicated, but I wasn't making anything super simple either. It was like a nice mixture, because now I like try to create a game and I spend like 9 years on assets alone.
Yeah.
Which is why for our other project, it's like placeholder. I'll offload this. I'll outsource it to somebody else. Because I think for network protocol, I spent like 3 days on just a server rack.
Oh no.
But it was like
it was
really
the chonkiest server rack to ever exist.
It really was. I didn't like it. I wanted to redo it, but then again, I didn't want to spend like another week trying to get it to be like 100% photorealistic with like an interesting design and play into the game mechanics.
Roblox Tween has completed as an event.
It's like there's something to be said for Roblox's like basic building.
I mean, there's surprisingly a large amount of stuff that you can get away with just building.
We don't talk about that. Can we talk about instead the 80,000 Vertice P90?
One sec, I have it. I have it.
To the point where you touch
at some point
you touch the ammo box, and the mesh collision calculations alone.
Yeah.
Crash
at some point, I think it was.
I probably still have it too. It's just on like a really old.
Where was it?
Well, you can't fake.
There it is, CIP90. Why? Oh, right. That's because I need to import it. I never had it as a blend file. So, if I take the if I go to CIP90, not that. Go to archive, CIP90. There it is, and I import it. Well, first of all, the first sign that you screwed up is just seeing how long it takes for that stupid thing to load in.
Oh no. Are you sure it isn't just like scaling soft? Is it actually taking that long?
It
Because
took like
Blender's pretty darn quick. Even with that many vertices, Blender's like snapping.
Selection to cursor. Yeah, so here's the P90. Some of you guys may recognize this from your old Area 14
Press tab.
days.
Press tab. Do it.
One moment. Some of you may remember this from your old Area 12 days.
We'll talk about how many people have refactored that P90. I swear.
Let me just press tab right quick. It has.
I don't feel like that expresses. How many vertices?
It has 94,000 triangles, 94,000 vertices, and I'll show you right now why that is. It's because whoever made this, if I can just, please. Oh, there we go. I
is it like a Roblox union? I think that's how
no, it's not Roblox union. Unfortunately, it's something a lot worse. I think.
What is it?
Actually, it might have been.
The program does
union.
that. Like that.
No, it's not that. It's the fact that whoever made this decided to model out every single part of the bullet.
Yeah, I mean even the underlays.
It's not okay.
It's like there's no point to it.
I honestly, I'm almost like I'm fairly certain that this is a
like
mesh.
Not only
like,
would I make those
low
poly, but I would like I don't know. Can you get away with just doing like a lighting map? With that, like a low poly version, and then add because you said that Roblox has normal maps.
Roblox does have normal maps. Oh, and also apparently,
can you like
here is covered up somebody covered up a logo. It's iCole, whoever that is. I don't know.
Let's look them up.
I mean, go ahead and look them up. Yeah, buddy.
Well, we'll see who to blame.
Yeah, so enough of that. Enough of that. So going back to Roblox, local scroll tween equals TS create scroller.
Has he? What cube are we talking about?
Wait, what?
The message says, "Has he seen the cube?"
The cube. I think
I have not seen the cube.
The cube is literally just a cube with like 60 subdivisions on it, if not more.
You know what would be even worse than that?
Like the modifier.
90,000 cubes inside of each other.
Hello there, Tiger. Welcome to the stream.
Or with like such a small vertex displacement that you can't even notice, and so like it's still one mesh. It's just a monstrosity. I found iCole, president of iCole Interactive.
Right.
Let's see. Let's see what he's in.
Play scroll tween dot completed. Wait. TS create scroller.
Listen, every time a game project says open world, he's still making stuff.
Is he actually? Nothing much, Tiger. We're just sort of vibing.
The message says, lol, development is actually still active too, and that was in December 2020. His most recent message is February 6th, 2021. Dang. We're starting up the community to prepare for a launch. He's launching a game.
Bruh. Intriguing. Okay. Enter2.new 0 and then the Y is.
He also puts an O in nice. I can't handle him.
Nice.
I didn't want to say.
So delicious and moist.
What did he miss? I don't know. What has he missed? You've been working on this I almost said stupid. It's on the scrolling mechanics still, right? For the Game Pass and product pages.
Yippers.
It's almost disappointing how thin those buttons are. Like, there's just so much real estate. I guess you could add more buttons in later if you really wanted to. Okay. Yeah, it's free real estate.
Make your Roblox script font Comic Sans.
Honestly, if it had like combined characters and was actually somewhat efficient, I wouldn't be against that.
Ooh,
I should try doing that at some point, like
Attempt
creating a modified Comic Sans font.
Oh,
that's
I
like
see what I did.
that's like monospace.
Oh
And
no.
has like character conversions.
I mean, is that the problem with Comic Sans? That it's not monospace?
I don't know. I would assume that it isn't. Just because of how big of a meme it is.
Right.
Like, it's all over the place.
Alright, let's try that.
Carmen, do you have a Patreon?
I do not have a Patreon.
Okay, just making sure. I just needed to verify that.
Right. Why would I have a Patreon?
Don't worry about it. Oh, no, I think it's talking about a Mini's Patreon.
Yeah. And Mini does have
But
a
then
Patreon.
there's me.
Oh, what did I do?
Then there's me. Why would anybody in the right mind give money to a Mini? Oh, what? Oh, maybe he's redeemed himself within the past 2 years. I love the guy. I would not give him over $2.
Okay, wait, where's my pen? I had a pen. Oh, I need to walk in the other room because my backpack was probably in there. Yep, there it is on the couch.
60 pages of notes in Comic Sans. Yeah, see, I feel like I've done ironic jokes like that too. And I think about the last time I used Comic Sans ironically.
Ironically.
And I think I actually like the font. I like the meme that it portrays. I like that people think that I can code in that font.
Okay,
just
okay. So, Yellow Joe,
how's it going?
What was this sort of what you were thinking? But with a less sort of bounce between that.
Well, okay. So I think that it should when movement is triggered, it should reset the scroll of that box. But only when it's like shifted off of the screen,
yeah,
so you don't notice it. Okay,
so
when you click products, see how your scroll box is all the way down?
So here's the idea. Here's the idea. So, as you saw, I was scrolled all the way up here, so it scrolled down, and then it sort of did that. So my idea is that, like, if you're anywhere else, it would sort of, so it scrolls up, and then it would continue scrolling this all the way until it's up. What do you think about that?
Sorry, run that by me once more.
So, right now, as you see, when I click products, it's gonna scroll all the way down, and then it's gonna sort of continue on to the next page. So my idea is very similar. So when, like, if I'm like in the middle of this, it would scroll all the way up and then continue scrolling like this until it's all the way at the top.
Yeah, I mean the main thing is it's a little disorienting to scroll into a box and not have it reset. Plus, it kind of ruins the
Okay, no. So
of, like,
let me finish coding what I'm talking about, so you can see it sort of in a practical
yeah.
sense.
I think that would be better. So, like, if you haven't scrolled all the way down to the second box, would it still scroll you back all the way to the top?
Yeah.
We'll just see. We'll see. I believe in you.
That was the first
Admini,
mistake.
hippity hoppity, your job is no longer my property. Or my concern at all whatsoever. That's Rafdev's problem. What? Oh, Raffy boy. I miss Raffy boy. I wonder how he's doing. Devs accidentally break something while adding something. It's not a bug. It's a feature. That's our anthem right there. That's like our signature. That's how you know you've hired a good developer. Send him Lamar. Yeah. I'm surprised that Admini blocks people, but I guess there are people out there worse than Admini himself. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. That's me. He's in I enjoy being called up at 3 a.m. because he's in a different time zone, and then hearing some rant about something completely irrelevant. and him trying to like do somewhat random flexes. But again, it's entertaining,
But
so I don't mind it. It's kind of like an extra little bit of spice in the day.
right.
And then there's CWM, where he goes on CWM, and he is the most passive-aggressive person ever.
Okay, so we're actually gonna put tweet info. Oh god, what have I done?
Describe this ascended fella for me.
What do you mean?
This ascended fella is claiming to be worse than Inamar himself.
I would not know. I
You're
think
telling me you don't know who ascended reality is?
I mean, I haven't had any personal interaction with them, from what I know.
You don't know who ascended reality is?
Who are you?
Brought to you by Bethesda. Area 14.
Area 14 has a excuse for being
Area
as
14
crappy as
is
it is right
definitely
now.
no Fallout 76. I'll give you that much. Okay? There were some problems, and there weren't enough developers to fix them. And
No.
Elevator slam dunk and end of story.
Area 14 has an excuse for being the way it is, and that's because it was made like 2 or 3 years ago. So technical depth chat has just been stacked up since like it was first made.
But like when it was originally released, it's like, why even release something that is downright not ready?
I think mainly it was
why
community
create
pressure,
the only reason would be hype.
Yeah, I think it was mainly community pressure, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's the hype. See, you want to build off the hype. You don't want to shut down the hype.
What do you mean?
Well, okay, if somebody's like, wow, I want a new Area 14 game, what's in their head is, it's Area 12, except everything's updated and everything's better. What really happened is, they released Area 14. I think it's very much well described in the elevator slam dunk video.
do you wanna
or the one where I took the Stanley elevator music, and it was just me on the elevator button going. And just waiting like 15 minutes for the elevator to come up. Inamar, did I hear debt? Oh boy. Have the government pay off the technical debt. Guy I heard about and built his code. He couldn't even get around his own code. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with programming. It's like if it's one thing to write code that works, and it's another thing to write code that's readable and that you can come back to 1 year later and know what the heck is going on, or even one day, mind you. So like the first few years of the first year of development was like, okay, I'm gonna learn how to code, and then the next couple years was trying to learn object-oriented programming because it's the craze. And then the rest of the time, at least for me, has been just trying to get code really organized, as well as chasing the fever dream that is.
Yeah, so you'll just check a look at what the kind of I only got a half working so far, but. See that smooth transition? So it's all like in one fluid motion. It's really nice.
Yeah. So are you touching the scroll?
I am. So actually, when I do this, it disables scrolling, so I can't like go in and mess it up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe. Granted, you want it to be a little bit more. Definitely not a bounce tween. Not a bouncy, no thanks. That can die. But you want to give it like a little bit of a it's still a sliding motion, but it has a little bit more of like it locks into place. I think a quad in out does that fairly okay for what it is. But then again, I'm kind of the generic. Let's put a quad in out on everything. All I'm hearing are positives. Oh God. Oh, I can't. You know how long I sat there pressing the elevator button? They're like, CDC, right, it's CDC, and I'm just sitting there hammering the button, and by the time the elevator comes up, there's like 3 CD with shotguns, for all I know. Just pointed right out the door. And it's like, well, fair game, good game, guys.
Your typing speed still is absolutely insane to me.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing with my typing is I don't have proper form,
see,
and so my max typing speed is like 140.
Did I stutter? It's still insane. Yeah, Tiger. The only reason I stream as late as I do, is because otherwise, like, so up until about yesterday.
Let's see, you're doing a bunch of school.
Yeah.
And then you're
You're
trying not to die with me. And then now, normally you get the stream solo, but now I'm just like constantly talking, and it's great.
Yeah, no. Normally, like under normal circumstances, I have college, and like, last week was absolutely insane for me. Like like there's a reason there was almost no streams, I think, last week, and that was specifically because I think I already ranted about this in one of the other sessions of the stream, but I spent like 12 hours on a single project, after which I just wanted to sort of curl up and die on the bed, which I proceeded to do, of course.
I've had a couple projects like that where like you think it's really easy on the surface, and that's like every coding project, honestly. But like I would spend even like first year stuff, I'd spend a serious amount of time just in the library. Like 8 hours. It was not okay. And that was already after the 8 hours of school.
Ooh. Well, I mean, at least the librarian didn't kick you out, so there's a plus there. Scroll Game Passes, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
I'm rewatching some of the videos on my NG and Roblox channel. Classics such as Bello Yet's SCPF Elevator Minecraft tutorial. And Roblox Area 14 but better, which somehow has 2.7k views.
Do you have access to oh come on, what is? What do we need scroll? Did it not update? Do you have access to changing the
I used Comic Sans unironically. Sorry, I needed. Yes. What were you saying?
Do you have access to changing the description of the video?
That's a good question. Let's find out.
Because if you want to, just go ahead and throw those links in there. Because I'm pretty sure the live chat.
Oh, I just put them in chat. I don't care.
That won't work, Chief, because live chat blocks all links.
Yeah, well, I will circumvent it. You will see. They didn't plan on me removing all the dots from the link, now did they?
Excuse me.
Replacing them with the word dot in parentheses.
Right.
Yeah, I can't touch it. I mean, I think it's as simple as like going to my actual thing and then going to, is it under about? Let's see. I go to here. And then there's got to be like some way to
Well, true do is not okay. It's a little bit woke. There are applications of it, but for the most part, you should really never be using it.
I'm not using what?
While true do.
Wait, what? Why?
Because it's not something that, you know, you should typically be using.
What if I want to print high infinitely? That's a pretty darn good application if you ask me.
For I equals 1 comma math not huge.
No, I'm talking about infinity, okay? Full on infinity.
Are you
no
telling
math
me
huge.
that? Are you telling me that math dot huge is not infinite?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh your god! All right.
At least while true is theoretically infinite. We haven't run the high loop long enough to find out.
Now it's behaving for some reason. This looks really weird. I'm not sure I like that. Math's not mediocre sized.
that is not very cash money. Mediocre sized. Oh no, he did math dot mediocre sized. See, Bob's smart. He's getting out early. Well, what are you gonna do if you don't have while true? Are you gonna use do while? Do until?
What did I do?
Gonna use a for loop with math.mediocre sized?
Like I said, there are still several applications. Just for the most part, you should be using it. One moment.
Bob has saved himself in the nick of time too. Yeah, and then that should just be like right in the see, it's been like 9 years since I've touched my YouTube anything. Okay, I put it in this channel's about. Or at least the channel that I'm using on. Google accounts are weird. Like especially the naming conventions.
For what?
For Google accounts.
What's that?
I mean, if you look at Google usernames, it's pretty clear.
Because everybody can't have the same user account, or?
I don't know if that's actually true.
Like you can't have the same.
I don't know. It's just like the spaces are allowed, and then I'm pretty sure it defaults to what your Google name is, but like they make it like seem that that you should be entering your actual name when in reality it's your username.
Right.
So.
gotten really quiet. Both gotten slightly more quiet for some reason.
Oh, I'm watching in Roblox Area 14, but better, where I play it in 74 dimensions.
It upsets me that Roblox health regen scripts uses while true do. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I still think the elevator tutorial is where it's at. Oh yeah, I used this stupid trailer music too. Oh, I forgot about that trailer. God, I love this video. This is one of the key works of art. Having 90 elevator doors open to the. Oh, I forgot about that. I think it's on the, here, if I go to my, so this account's name is just Drew, as far as I'm concerned. And as far as YouTube is concerned as a whole. Yeah, and then in the Drew channel about is the link to the Roblox themed. Which, I mean, I memed on Roblox hard. If I count 3 inside joke videos, it's like, there is not in the about. Okay, I'll just give you the end of the URL. I think that'll work. Here, let's see. Oh yeah, you betcha. Okay, there. That's the end of the video URL. I figure you can figure out the rest. Gosh, I have like 90,000 videos that are just all hidden. Link only. Just a bunch of inside joke. Why I don't... Here, let me look at it. Because a lot of them are just inside jokes. There's no point to making those public. Granted, Area 14, but better, somehow has 3,000 views, and like, it's pretty terrible quality as far as I'm concerned. But I was meaning hard. That is officially the first time Area 14 was played in VR, guaranteed.
Are you the reason they disabled VR?
Did they actually? Probably. They probably saw me as a threat, to be honest. That is a new name. I have not been called that before.
Mr.
Don't ask
Cool
what it is,
Banana,
because I'm not saying it. You can read.
Why do SCP ASMRs exist?
That's... I think that it's what number rule of the internet is that? I'm gonna get it wrong.
Okay, shoot. Let's see if you get it right.
I'm looking it up. Screw that. I'm pretty sure it's this number, but I'm pretty sure this is a different rule that is questionable. Yep, that is a different rule. Yeah, I forgot what the number was.
I mean, is that it in chat? Is that it there?
No, it's not 34. That's what I thought. That is a very different rule. That is... yep. That is it. Mm-hmm. You get it. You know it. Definitely don't type that one into images. That's for sure. 682 commits mass genocide ASMR. That's somewhat disturbing. Yeah, let's see if I go to this, and then I go to YouTube's studio, and then I go to content. See, it's still not the right. I don't get this multi-channel crap. Yeah, now it works. So it's just a UI thing. Karma, I found the video titled 173 meme. Do you remember which one that was?
I remember that. That's the one I created, and then you modified it.
I did, and it's a beauty. I need to see it again.
173 meme is a meme. Do I have it? Let's find out.
Can I make that public? I'm pretty sure I made it private because it was some development stuff. Can I make unsuspecting normie?
No.
Oh,
so I made the meme, I posted it in MAD chat, and then somebody leaked it, so it's out there. It doesn't matter at this point, so.
What a god. Okay, I'm making it public. You said it. I'm changing it to public. It deserves to be public, even though it was uploaded July 23rd of 2019, which I guess isn't that long ago. We're gonna set that to public. I might regret that in the future, but it's okay. A bunch of developer stuff. Bunch of exploiter clips from back when that was a thing. What's that? Does that mean?
Canvas position.
Bunch of crates and the only way to kill Dawson. The description is SD gets really triggered at how hard Dawson means sometimes. Skullsy's lag superpowers. I forgot about that. Reelys is just really good.
I'm sorry, what?
Could Skullsy be my buddy?
Okay. Current position is I love how that specific message was hidden.
Which one? Oh, that one?
That one. I've unhid it now. And that is also hidden. Cease and desist.
F. What have I missed?
Okay.
Okay, guys, you're really not. I don't. Listen. 34 is. It's a rule. It doesn't mean you should investigate too far into it. You know, I think some things just are better undiscovered.
Let's just keep this family friendly, please.
Oh, it's not even about us. It's about their sanity as an individual. Their ability to function in society.
So. It's going to be options change delay times Distance to target divided by total distance. Cease. Stop, we don't do that here.
Do what?
We go to Site-17.
Yeah, the video relays is really good. I was level 4, and so A1 had to protect me, right?
Right.
And relays was an Alpha 1 operative at the time.
Oh,
And so on the side of the screen, I have the safety counter, which is how many times he's gone up to some FP or stupid trainee that walked up to me and got a little too close and pointed a gun at them. And he was on it. Like, that door opened, he pulled out his stupid riot shield at least 3 times because I was just standing in the CDC right next to the giant gate. I was talking to somebody. I'm not okay. What did the safety counter get up to? 19. He protected me 19 times in 2 minutes.
Bruh.
Not okay. Oh. Do you remember, did I ever show you the 999 is fixed and now attached only to Ostino? I think it was like, there was some update where it was like, we fixed 999, guys. And of course everybody's crazy.
Oh, and then
so
Ostino was the only one who it would
yeah,
ever
yeah,
lock
yeah,
onto.
And then there was a bug in its code, and it would only attach to Ostino for whatever gosh darn reason. It was probably, now that I think about it, it's probably because it looked in alphabetical order, for all I know. And Ostino starts with an A. But the best part was he was being guarded by his personnel. And so 999 would just get all up in his grill, and it would push around the people guarding him. They were just not having it. Although I don't know about what I show in that, so I don't know if I can make that public. Also, my comments are of questionable nature.
Okay, so scroll not scroll process. Meanwhile, me trying to work on stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just like going down a rabbit hole. And then the MTF are trying to push it back with the riot shields, and they can't. 999 is too slippery.
Okay, let's see if me implementing this function fixed anything. I sure hope it did. Brilliant. Attempted to perform arithmetic.
Pretty much
Sponsoring a
big.
number. Okay, where did you do that? Piece of trash.
You do it in the streets.
244.
Do it at home. The rest is bullshit and you know it.
Oh my goodness.
Look, I can't say the editing is top tier,
What meme is top tier?
but the meme is top tier. Just seeing 999 plow through at least 4 riot shields, past 2A1, and right into Ostino. And then watching it spaz out under him as he proceeds to fly across the hallway.
Hey, fantastic. The thing I was trying to make works.
Oh, that's something. Yeah, I think there's too much sensitive material in that. Let's see.
Okay, cool. So, these two buttons now work.
There's of course the video that says the reason why I am. I can't finish that sentence. I think there was some of the other SD that were like making fun of my combative abilities, and so I hopped into a session of Tryhard Edgelord Tops 2 and just absolutely stomped all of them. Which surprisingly, like all of the Roblox abilities have paid off in other games.
Oh.
Like you said, trying to like climb stuff, it's like all of those training courses have finally paid off. There's the sword fight meme with Lockify. I miss Lockify. I wonder what he's up to.
I mean, he still exists, so.
Yep, yes he does. Oh, there's Lucky Boy.
Tiger says, knock knock. Who's there? I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna play this game.
Yeah, how are you doing with your little...
I'm just sort of vibing.
Are you now?
Yeah. Boo. Boo-hoo.
This video is meant to raise awareness so that training hosts don't get targeted in post-training sword fights. I mean, it again, the editing quality is bad, but I think the meme tier is high enough to where I'm just gonna make that public. It deserves to be seen. Oh boy.
I think for select Game Pass option, I think this actually needs to be way here. Piece of trash.
You want to know the best thing?
What?
I'm looking at the video. CWM is a meme.
Oh no.
He hasn't changed one bit. He's still the same person. He still has just the right amount of tism, you know? Okay, what's going on in the
Yes,
chat
Tiger
now?
is very, very scary. I concur.
It says you're in here. Application, you can do it. I still have like some really big, like back when I was doing like application center stuff, if there was like a really big meme of an application, I would screenshot it, and I still have a lot of them, and they're still really funny.
Yeah, that was like back when I was in L4. That was like 50% of what we did in HiCom chat. We would just literally like continuously post images of what people would see on their applications. It was great. Also, Yellowjet, I have finished the thing.
Have you now?
Yeah, so if you take a
perfect.
look at products,
Alright,
for example.
What are you doing there?
So there, it sort of swipes down. I can do whatever, and then I click on this. It sort of goes back to the top.
A little bit of an
Yeah.
abrupt snap.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing that.
I mean, if you really, okay, here, go back down to products, scroll all the way down.
Because it's
snap again.
yeah. So the problem is it's easy to do with products because this thing doesn't move afterward. Now if I do this, Like, you can definitely see the slowdown. I'm just not sure
it's
how
your
to
tween.
fix it.
It's your tween.
Yeah, I know it's the tween. I just don't know how to fix it.
It's the speed and the style.
Yeah, so I've changed the
what does in-out look like?
That doesn't matter. It'll cause things to be worse off. One sec, let me try.
Just I mean, with tweening, you just have to kind of mess around with it until you find something that looks good.
In-out
tweening
starts
style
out slow and it ends off slow, so it's definitely not
yeah,
ideal.
Yeah, I know what it does. It's just like, I don't know, just like mess around with a couple tweening styles until that issue goes away. I feel like it's one of those things. It's the same thing when I did like my camera pans earlier.
I guess so. Here.
Like I messed around with it and it was like, okay, an in style and an out style over 2 seconds looks the best. No more snappiness. It's just a lot of testing.
There we go. What do you think about this?
That looks significantly better. It's still a little fast in my opinion.
Yeah, so maybe not. So what I did was I have a linear tween here. So maybe instead of dividing it by 2, maybe you multiply it by 2/3.
Oh boy.
Let's look at what that looks like.
I wonder if it runs that math equation at compile time. It's like a...
Like what difference between define and doing it during... Yeah, fair. I certainly hope it isn't, because that would be kind of stupid.
Yeah. I mean, that's another stupid C practice that I have is instead of doing like 2 divided by 3, I go like the actual decimal.
Yeah, I'd say this is slightly better.
Yeah, that is significantly better. It's still a little, granted, it may just be the frame rate of the screen share, but it does look a little stuttery.
Oops.
Oh.
Oh yeah, another thing. So if it's up here versus if it's like down here, it'll take a different amount of time to go all the way down. Which is a pretty good thing. So if I'm all the way down to the bottom, for example, it's just literally just gonna switch right over to it. So pretty cool. And same sort of thing for here. So if it's already up here, it's just gonna do that. Big mean, big bean.
There's no indicator to tell you like what tab you're on. Like there's no, okay, this tab is lighter, this tab is darker.
That's a good point.
It's like it's a small UI nitpick. But it's like it's also a really easy fix. It's like you go into the button, you add a toggle, and then maybe you darken one button slightly. I do really like that.
Keep opening up workspace. I don't understand this.
Because it's workspace.
Eh.
Yeah, maybe it's like one button is a little darker. Like the brighter the button is, the more emphasis is on it.
Yeah.
Typically. Now that purchase button is looking pretty darn bright, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now you don't want it so dark that
I
you can't see what the image is. I don't know. Maybe darkening isn't the proper way to go.
No, I think darkening is pretty good. I think darkening is pretty good.
If I was going super try hard, it'd be like I'd get an image gradient of that proper aspect ratio. And I'd put it on that button.
Meh.
But all too much. He's saying when it transitions, you can add the 173 next sound, and you know what? I think he's got a point.
I'm not doing that.
It's not a bug; it's a feature.
Jeez.
It's not a bug; it's a feature. Okay, so it's snappy on purpose. You see, because otherwise it doesn't feel like a neck snap. You know. 5 to 7 hours between trainings. A lot of these were like really large inside jokes. Make sure trainings are 5 to 7 hours apart. Want to maintain our on-site activity.
Hey.
Reports are due tomorrow at 8 p.m. Send them in or you'll get punished. Oh, SD high com. Jeez.
do the same sort of thing that we did for the play. So here. Just gonna sort of
I should
screenshot
make
that.
the respect video public. That one was a good one.
Which respect one?
You have to see
Dare I
it. I
ask?
can't even explain it. It's just one of those videos.
Oh boy.
It,
Are we talking mission pass respect, that sort of thing?
No, somebody put a meme of a message in radio. It was like one of the MTF guys, and then I had him read it off in voice, and then I distorted it a little bit. You know. The rest is history. That's going public. It ends off with, I risk my today for your tomorrow. Here, I'll just slide this in there, and if you want to watch that on your own time, you can. It's like what, 8 seconds. What other wonderful. Oh, I still have some of the is from when? 2017, 2018. Some of the streaming stuff. Let's see.
Speaking of memes.
I know, right? Can we talk about how Roblox Studio doesn't let you put code side by side?
Yeah, it's not okay.
What's up with the word shell here? Is that a person?
Where?
Am I just not understanding something?
Where?
Amar, you weren't satisfied with the FP spawn. They're going to do a total revamp.
I'm pretty sure Idamar would just yeet me into oblivion from that.
You don't deserve to be satisfied with the FP spawn. Thank you very much.
Bruh, I put so much effort into that, like, not even kidding.
Did you? Oh, did you actually? Here,
Yeah,
show
I
me the
did.
FP spawn.
Hold on.
Maybe I'll start hating on it then.
One moment. Let me also set the lighting so that it's actually proper.
Oh, I have an old Area 12 NTF.
Oh, I should probably also
video
turn
where-
off constraints.
You remember Jolly,
So
right?
here's what that looks like from like
Is that the FP spawn?
this right here is the FP spawn.
Okay, that's one heck of a spawn.
I know, right?
That's uh-oh.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it
funny
reminds me
spawn.
of like one of my really old games with the.
Of course, you gotta
Mad
have
Science City.
you gotta have the chance to fall through, right?
Yeah. Although it messes a little bit with the walking animation, I'm pretty sure.
No, I've made sure that it wouldn't. Oh,
Oh yes, of course.
yes.
It's just like a visual. The mesh is still flat.
Yeah.
Remember
What
Not So Jolly?
do you mean remember Not So Jolly? Not So Jolly's still with us.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not So Jolly, give us a sign!
I should set this video to public. What is... I don't know, should I set this video? This is...
Indubitably.
This was, we were in NTF and he was giving somebody grammar checks and he was being super hard on him. But he was playing like his British combat group music in the background and he was singing to it.
Oh my.
Did I ever show you that video?
I don't think you did.
You'll get a kick out of it. It's super. I'd hope it's super unlike him now, although I don't think that's true. Just like fast forward halfway into it. It's not okay. It's okay. My sole purpose here is to distract you from writing code.
Right.
Because we all know that deep down you don't like it any more than I do.
Oh, golly, why did I ever learn to write code?
There. I think that's all I'm gonna make public for now. Oh, 17 meme is so good. It's so good. just watching him get pinged from out of this world. The editing on that is top tier too, as far as I'm concerned.
I am very glad that you approve of it.
I did like the proper music, I did the timing, and like it snaps in with like a blur, so it's like a.
Wait, for what?
So like give it kind of like that that like Mexican gunslinger vibe almost. It's the usual.
7-3 meme.
Oh, perfect! You found my Discord. Do I have any
Suspecting normie
in common? Basically, the SCPS servers.
Oh. What was your question? Have you see the one where the guy yells, "Cease autistic" at the D boys? Have you? No, I have not.
It's been a long time on that spawn.
Yeah, I spent like 4 separate episodes on that spawn.
Yeah,
and each one of them was at least like 3 hours
couple,
long.
Like instances where you had this pull up. It seemed like you were working pretty.
Yeah.
Like, is that the entire pit? Like, the voxel terrain must have been an absolute.
Oh no. So no. I'm talking about just this part right here.
That's concerning.
I spent 12 hours on this stupid thing. Like, these 3 models.
How much of a perfectionist complex would you claim you have?
It wasn't so much
like on a
perfection
scale
as...
of 1 to 10.
Okay, why is the music suddenly really loud? What the heck? There we go. I toned it down a bit. I'd say it isn't as much of a perfectionist complex as it was just me adding detailing upon detailing upon even more detailing.
We asked a question and he wanted
I don't have a
to
problem.
answer.
I don't have a problem. I promise.
Is it even a question?
Why does workspace keep open? Oh wait, because I actually selected stuff from workspace. Okay.
I can't see anything resembling a question.
He asked me if I've seen a meme.
How do you know?
Yes.
Which meme was it?
It was the meme about cease a guy yelling "cease autistic" at the D boys.
Ah, yes. I think there were better D-boy memes, honestly. Like, there were some pretty darn good D-boy memes. I just can't remember any of them, because it was, 2 years ago. Alright, he's heading out. See you, buddy.
See ya. There we go. Cease autistic. Discord is 120 millimeters.
Yeah, I know. I was just reading that over twice. It's like... See, okay. here's kind of the dilemma I've come to with Discord username. Most of the time, when I'm giving myself somebody like my Discord username, I'm writing it down on a piece of paper. I'm not like, so I can't write Badger TM on a piece of paper.
You can certainly try.
I think I still have TM at the end, but like you can put in a TM. But even then, I think the badges were a little much. I still love the Badgers. Yeah, with a UI scale like that, it's almost better to have like a camera pan in the background or something like that, rather than. Granted, I'm a kicker for camera pans. You saw what I did on Zulu.
Yeah. No. So here right now, I'm focusing on the UI itself. I'm not really doing anything physical with the UI quite yet.
See, like most people just put it on a static background. It's like what's even the point? Now, granted, writing the code to make it hide all of the players locally and all of their stuff, pretty darn difficult, because you had to account for any hats, any faces, and they all had different methods of setting transparency, and so it was just an if statement.
No, I see. The problem is when you were doing it originally, like both you and I had very limited scripting experience. So I'm willing to bet that if we did it again, it would turn out a lot neater, a lot nicer.
Well, even then, it's like, okay, how do you hide a player?
Huh?
Even then, it's like, how do you hide a player? And all their hats and their face without like 90 if statements. It wasn't even badly written. Like Fort Zulu was
get descendants.
Get descendant. It's still a.
I mean, it's gonna be
really
kind
hard
of messy
to
at the end of the day.
So, yeah, it is. Yeah. It is very messy, and it is very nitpicky. And I don't even think it ended up working 100%. It's unbelievably stupid trying to hide all players locally. While maintaining all of their player data, so you can add them in when the menu's done. Because the idea is that the camera pan would take place.
Wait, so why couldn't you just move their characters to something like replicated storage? And then just move it out? I can't remember.
I do remember that wasn't an option.
Seems pretty sus, but okay.
I can't remember why. Yeah, see, that looks a lot better.
Oh, that looks nice. I'm almost tempted to like increase the size a little bit. Almost.
I mean, I
don't know.
I think the saturation looks a little off, but whatever. Something about the overlays just messes with the brightness a little bit, and that messes it up just a little.
Like with that,
But it's like a nitpick. It's not even something that I would consider a good nitpick. How's the sleep paralysis demon doing?
Here's the thing. So typically when you open up the shop, this back will be blurred. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things to do is just play around with the UI. I mean, even the Zulu UI. Granted, the reason why I talk about Zulu so much is like after Zulu granted, I did do some contracted dev stuff occasionally, but like none of it was like a full-fledged game.
Yeah.
Whereas like Zulu, I made a ding menu screen. Like that is the pinnacle of programming in Roblox for me at the time.
Yeah. And
even now, it's like my experience with Roblox is still not as good as my experience with other programming languages. I think a lot of it is just understanding Roblox's nitpicks.
Yeah, I mean, I still remember that entire admin panel that I made. I also remember that.
Yeah.
At the time.
I still have a bunch of backups of Zulu, so it's kind of good to just kind of go back and see what we did. I mean, honestly, Your code and I code wasn't half that bad. The
No,
only
it was
problem
pretty bad.
was
It was
that
it was pretty bad.
all
It was sketchy. It was extremely sketchy. Like I remember, especially like the stupid little terminals that I scripted. Those broke like every other like.
did they?
Yeah, they were like one of the things that broke most often.
Was there stuff of mine that broke? Often?
What stuff did you make? Because I remember your UI was like your like menu was extremely solid. Like I deliberately tried to break it and I just could not break it.
Yeah.
What else did you script for Zulu? I don't remember.
Stupid menus.
Besides the tow hitch.
The tow hitch, the generators, the ammo boxes. The ammo boxes took a little bit to hone in, but once I honed it in, it was golden. Like, I looked over that code specifically, and it's like, there's not much more I would change right now.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned.
Okay, so we have finished the shop. There's
okay, the ammo
really
box
add.
was a little sketchy, I admit. Now I'm really thinking about it.
Purchase button can literally just be normal button, maybe with or maybe without the click effect. But let's go ahead and switch on over to the main UI, which I also wanted to work on. So there's quite a few things here that we need to take a look at. Play button is relatively easy. That's literally just instantiate a click object on it, or main UI button object on it, and make it look
Scale
proper.
it to full screen ish, like proper aspect ratio. Okay.
Like, honestly, the only thing that I really want
and it's highlighted with like a yellow. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing really on this screen that would be really interesting to work on, I think, is this daily reward system. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Have you not scripted that yet?
I have not. It's also a stupid little button. Which honestly,
Are you gonna make it rigged?
honestly, for this specifically, I think I might leave it just as a normal button, because I'm not gonna be adding the button effects. It's just gonna be like this.
Yeah, I think the white text on a bright yellow button like that is a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
from
no,
up close,
I
it looks
agree.
okay.
I agree.
It's a little bit, but like you don't want to go full black either. I would go like maybe a gray. I've seen UIs do that where like instead of having white text,
Oh
they
god,
have
no,
gray
get
text.
out of here.
It makes it pop out a little bit more. Because for the longest time, I thought like white text was the crap against
Yes,
black background until I realized that like gray text actually looks half decent too.
So for that, we could do 0.5 or even 0.25. No, sorry, 0.75. There we go. Even that just made it like so much nicer to look at, I think.
Yeah, just giving it a little bit of a border.
Daily reward should pause on like the best option for like 10 seconds and quickly switch
Well,
to a bad
so,
reward.
like that's the best thing about something like a daily reward, is I mean, it makes people want to log in. So the more of a dopamine kick that you give them, the better. Typically,
Interesting.
depending on who you're asking. I mean, if you're asking them, it's good. But if you're asking them in reality, it's
Okay.
you could continue like your little ring thing, you know, like have like rings that propagate outwards.
Nah.
Not going that deep. Not gonna make that complicated. I mean, you have like a little icon for the
What does
plot.
the title say?
Looks okay.
Daily reward system. What's the point of having that title there if it's not shown? What? It's up here. What the crap?
I mean, I bet it could be as easy as like, okay, start at this speed,
I'm just gonna mark it
slowly
unused
ramp
as.
down, and then take
So-
that end of the ramp and slow it down until
The thing here-
until it's the end. Like the thing with anything that's supposedly random is you can just pre-compute it all ahead of time and then
Yeah.
just play it back.
the way this will work.
So
honestly,
it could be the same mathematical animation every single time.
yeah. So
and as long as like the frames are offset a little bit, it would look like a different animation to anybody.
yeah, so the way this this specific one will work is it'll when you click the button as a user, it's going to send a request to the server saying, "Oh hey, this user clicked the claim button," and the server will
Put a debounce and a half on that.
depending on what depending on circumstances, mainly randomness, it's going to randomly select or quasi-randomly select what sort of the reward the player should get. Once it does that, it'll send that information back to the user. After which, well, this thing will essentially do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, so you effectively have the same animation. Granted, I guess you could have like a speed mechanic, but yeah, that's kind of the best way to handle server client stuff.
Yeah. So the way I'm seeing myself programming this is I'm literally just this is the main UI. What I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna take
and then like if they don't
templates.
click the OK button to acknowledge that they've gotten it, like maybe their game did something or they closed out of it, and you can just play back the same reward.
Pretty much.
I guess that would be harder to implement because then you have to do it on server side too, and that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
So I'm gonna use sort of the same thing that we did previously. That is, I'm gonna implement a sort of scroller, a scroller element to which all of these will be parented, or a child of. Oh, it's using UI list layout. No, get out of here. I don't want you here.
I mean, I'm trying to think about what the most effective way to do that is, because there's nothing akin to a beam in UI development world. So you effectively have to like shift it off screen.
Yep. So
and create and delete elements as they go by.
You don't even have to delete the element. You can literally just, when you click the button, like it has like a couple templates in it. When you click the button and it does its little thing behind the scenes, it'll just generate a massive number of random, like it'll generate a certain number of random templates with random rewards.
But that's stuff that you can't see, Karma. But the performance.
Performance in this scenario doesn't really matter. Like it's comparable to creating them as like right here before they're supposed to come in.
Yeah, I guess if you create it, it's just kind of whack to have like a portion of the UI that's really long. But I guess that is a little bit more of a robust solution because you're generating them at the same time, and so it's a little bit less computationally intensive.
So my only,
at least from like a.
Nope. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, at least from like a user experience perspective.
Yeah. Well, my main sort of concern here in terms of performance is that it's essentially generating like 200 of these icons all going off of screen. It'll like, and it does it like very quickly, so it'll probably like it'll cause the
what's to
user
stop
to
you
lag
from having it repeat? Like, what about having a smaller sequence that just, like, even if you divide it by 2, like, what if it just repeats twice and it's just half the size? Especially if it's randomly generated.
Okay, so that sort of brings up another idea. So we have paint here, right? So, and we have our little selector of which crap. No, I want a black square. No. Maybe. Hold on. Paint likes to be annoying. We have our little selection screen of which the red square is sort of our current selection. So the next, and how much can fit on there? Like a good 4, I want to say, at the same time. So maybe something more like this even, and then there's like a half that's over here, and a half. Why did that change to blue? Excuse me. Why is it? I am so confused.
Don't even ask.
It's changing into blue. What's causing that? Okay,
It's paint. Don't ask me.
So, and then we have like sort of a 1/2 shindig going on over here. So these are the squares. So we have 1 that's on, or technically speaking 5, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So, and we have 2 of them. So we have this, and we have another one over here. And so what they're essentially doing is, as they're moving by, they're sort of replacing each other. So there we have 1. It's sort of moving, and then as this is sort of in the middle, this gets moved onto the other side like this. So that's the other
Yeah.
idea.
So yeah, that would be an okay option. I'm trying to think about the problems of that though, and I can't really come up with many.
Now the main problem here is that it would just be.
You would need to load a lot of image assets, and you would be reliant
No.
it
wouldn't.
loading in.
Well, okay.
Why is that a problem? Why do sometimes like images just not load in, or sound assets, or assets period? Just
it's not that they don't load in period. It's more like they just take a certain amount of time to load in. Yeah. So the main well, of course, part of it is that, oh hey, it'll take a certain amount of time to load in, but like once. So the thing about the Roblox client is that it caches assets once you're in the game. So once the image loads in once, there is no problem loading it in again. So sure, during the first couple of cycles, you might see some sort of empty icons, but as soon as that's done, it's solid. It won't sort of screw up anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of the C side of me that's like saying.
Yeah, and then yeah, and then the problem there is like, instead of having this really long box that just sort of moves across, and stops at a predetermined place every single time, you now sort of have to calculate the velocity.
Yeah, and then you can randomize the sequence of tiles.
Yeah,
now, granted, right now you have the tile split on those half marks. If you did like actual groups of 3 tiles, you could just randomize the order in which they're placed.
Yeah, I know. That's the sort of point. So this moves on screen, like this moves into the middle of the screen, right? Or that, and then moves past this. As this is in the middle of the screen, like this is the middle of the screen right now, this randomizes the tiles on it and moves it over to the other side. And so this cycle just sort of continues on and on until it stops. Problem is, for this, it's more math intensive, as in it's me doing a bunch, like it's a lot more of me doing the mathematical calculations to make this possible. Whereas if I were to create,
why?
What do you mean why? Because that's how it works.
Why
because
is that?
Because now I have to. Because now, so
you're making like, even if you don't want to do like any of the manual stuff, like I did for on Zula's menu, like you can still.
Here's the thing though, because for the most part, like if it was just this one long box, Tween handles 90% of what we talked about here, because you can say, oh hey, it's at this position, I need it to stop at this position, and it will automatically calculate the speed at which it's supposed to move, because it's just adjusting
the position. Speed.
So,
but I mean, you're changing around it's not a consistent tween either. Part of it is, it's like you want to ramp up and then you want to ramp down, and if you want to like go for the full effect, kind of stay at a lower speed for longer, so it's kind of a curve.
Well, that's sort of what
Yeah, so you could do one long box. I kind of like the solution of having different segments though, because then it's more easily randomized.
No,
at least in terms
not
of
at all.
having cached assets. I guess if you're using frames and all that, it doesn't really.
Yeah, not at all. All you have to do for this specifically is you literally just box here, box here, box here, box here, box.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that you're not just using images; you're using like full frames. Again, for some reason, like the performance side of me is like,
screen.
There's like 90 frames. Not per second, of course.
Probably closer to 200, but we'll see.
Yeah, like that's a lot of frames, even if Roblox is really good at handling that.
Yeah. So
Let's see.
Wait, let's try this solution first, because it's
I
like
mean, I'm trying to figure out if there's an easy way to calculate the tween.
no, there is, there is.
You can
It's
do
just
tween with numbers, right?
yeah. This
Yeah, so you just tween a number,
kinda.
and then you just you make that the speed that it's moving, and then you translate that speed into a tween that actually moved the box.
Yeah, so the
At
point
that
the point
designated
here,
speed.
so essentially the way you would get away with that is you would tween a number value instead, because you actually can't tween numbers unless they are in like number value, unless they are a property.
Well, that's stupid. So they just iterate.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to do it based on an equation and not a. So now you're doing a lot of equations per second.
Yeah. So the problem then becomes first of all, keep in mind that in like in game dev, speed is all it is just distance over time. Remember?
Yeah.
So if our speed, if this thing,
you could just give it a vector.
No. If this thing is going really fast, it's gonna jump it's gonna be here one moment and it's gonna be over here the next moment, and there's just not gonna be time for this thing to get into it. So that means that I have to do, like, as a developer, that I have to do a lot more math to make sure that does not happen.
Why would it be bad if that happened?
Because you're always supposed to have one of these frames on screen. So you now this is where your viewport is. So suddenly you have nothing there.
Yeah, I mean that's if you're moving them at more than the frame rate.
Yeah. So this one is just 10 times easier to implement. So I'm gonna try it out first. I'm gonna see if that significantly impacts performance.
I'm waiting for like your game to go down to like 12 computation cycles a second.
Right. You're not giving me a lot of confidence there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of See, like, for me, if I had my way, I wouldn't even group them. It's okay. So there's like two different approaches you can take to this. You can either have like the individual frames, which honestly, I see no point in. I would much rather have three. Like, if I were doing it, I'd have image groupings of 3. And then just have those load and unload. And I'd do all of that math. Because if you do it right, you don't have to worry about if it goes past the box or not in that time frame. I mean, because it's not worried about time, it's worried about speed and distance. And so time is irrelevant. So if you give it a movement factor and say, okay, it's going to move this amount over this amount of time. And once it reached this distance point, unload it and load a new one on the other side, then quite effective.
What the heck is happening with this? Why is it? Oh, never mind. Why is it so big? Excuse me? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, the other folk have got a point in the sense that you stream at 20.
Wait, what?
Granted, for you, it's like what, 2,300? So
it's 2,200. I mean, so
yeah,
it's
getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. And then next week, I'm probably not gonna have any streams because I'm gonna be all over the place. Like, I'm not gonna have my setup. I'm not gonna have like, I'm gonna have a laptop, so I'll still be able to script, but like, it has pretty much nothing for.
What's going on there?
So first off, I'm going back to my parents' house, and I'm not bringing my main build. Second of all, on Thursday, I'm gonna go down to visit Gooch in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, you're saying you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Well, what's up with flying all over the place?
What do you mean flying?
Let's see. It's the pandemic too, so it's like
I'm not flying anywhere.
Oh yeah, you're just okay. What's the point in? I guess if you're not.
Yeah, Mom and I are
Fair
driving.
enough.
We do be driving though.
Yeah.
What's the deal there? What the heck? Oh, there we go. Found it. Can we get a scuba spam? I don't know what that is. So, no.
I don't even want to look up the word scubas.
I
It's
don't
not
either.
worth it. Not worth it. I've learned that lesson once or twice. But like, it's probably like one of those words that are backwards. What do you think?
Sibooks?
No.
No.
All I can think about is pubis.
Poofus.
I think that was your word, wasn't it?
It was. No, I'm not joining the VC. That is one thing I am most definitely not doing while streaming. No siree.
Yeah. Streaming taught me a lot of really interesting life lessons. I'll tell you that much. And I learned them pretty early on.
Don't stream your battle plans to your enemies?
Well, yeah, but then you know your enemies better, so you know.
I'm not quite sure that's how it works, Chief.
That's getting general war.
Never interfere when your enemy is in the process of destroying themselves. Keck.
Yeah. What's that from, like the Germans?
That's
The-
I'm pretty sure
the
that's Art of
Polish.
War, to be honest with you, Chief.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, what's the situation with making sure that like other opposing see, I couldn't see why other foundations could care about what we're doing here, though.
Just like
But then again, like my point of view is pretty high up in terms of code understanding. I guess like some guy who doesn't know how to write code. I mean, even then, like he's gonna look at your code and he's gonna be like, I don't know how to do any of that. Even I look at your code sometimes. I'm like, how the frick did you just use that meta table again? Stupid meta tables. But like a couple years ago, it was like I could barely even understand events. So you don't need to talk. That's what concerns me even more, buddy. If you don't joining VC to show something. There's plenty of sketchy behavior that can occur there.
The only thing I can think about is King saying, "Join the VC, I'ma ping you so I can show you,"
Yeah.
and then him rickrolling the entirety of my view. That's the only
I mean,
thing
rickrolling would be a saving grace in comparison to the worst that could happen.
Okay, so that is visible. It's just really, really dark. Cack.
What's your stream's audio bit rate, do you think?
I mean, I can check that.
I feel like the audio bit rate is questionable.
I mean, my bit rate for video is 3500.
I have to actually check
I
instance of OBS because I remember like I spent forever trying to tune in the
my
video
audio
bitrate.
bit rate
Is
I
it
think is 160. Wait, is that can
what
that be right?
megabytes or? Trying to
I
think.
I
What units are those?
I don't know. It doesn't give me a unit.
It doesn't give you a
It
unit.
doesn't give me a
No,
unit. It
I'll
doesn't give me my unit.
check mine as a reference. I spent absolute ages tuning things in.
Oh no, that's what Scubus is.
I think I have a vague idea.
This is Scubus.
That is that looks like what's his name?
It looks like the
the-
I am the
the-
Glop Glop Gap Glab.
Yeah. I just forgot his name because it's like Glob Galab Gallop Go Go. It's all gobbledygook. Let's see, my audio bitrate. What do you say
You
your
like
audio
Scubus?
bitrate was at?
160 I think.
160. For audio?
I mean, that's what it says.
What's your sample rate?
I don't know. You're asking me all
It's
these
in the
questions.
audio tab.
I
Audio tab.
don't know these questions. I don't know the answer to them. Stop
Being
bullying
awfully
me.
dramatic.
Stop
Because
bullying me.
160 for a bit rate is good, but like
Stop bullying
if
me.
your sample rate's really low, then I don't know. Maybe it is Discord. But then again, I always really like to tune in my equipment, like all the way. I want pristine audio quality.
I mean, if I wanted
over
pristine
stream.
audio quality, I'd be using my mic,
Like even
my
your
standalone
voice
mic.
sounds a little bit low in terms of bitrate.
Yeah, that's because I'm using a headset mic that's wireless. If I wanted pristine audio quality, I'd be using a standalone mic that I have like right on my desk. I just can't be bothered to set it up. You good there, Chief? You went really, really silent all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm listening again.
Okay.
I guess not. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe it's just that time of night where I start seeing sleep paralysis demons. What do you think?
We're coming
You
in.
make a
well.
room with Scubus in it? Okay, explain Scubus. It's time. Where did he come from?
I'm almost. Where is it?
If it would be too far. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Yep,
Probably.
there it is.
Oh! Oh!
What the crap is
Is
that?
that like a? Is that what community hats have presented us?
I mean, I guess so. What the heck?
That's. I should still make that script that goes through and like, because you can pull the vector data for hats. I'm pretty sure.
Can you?
Yeah.
Do that for meshes?
Because you wanna load in the mesh data. I'm pretty sure you can pull the vector data, and then you can go through and perform a.
Oh heck, I
plan
want the mesh
operation
API, not the
and
mesh
see like
description.
the net size of it.
The heck is a bevel mesh? Oh no, non-character bevel parts were removed in 2013. Mesh ID, mesh size. Skinned mesh, double-sided texture ID. Mm-mm. I mean, I'm not seeing anything that sort of gives you the I mean, besides the mesh size. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way to get the vector like data. Sorry, right. The reason I'm not doing anything right now is because I'm thinking about several other different things that that I need to essentially tackle. First things first. when, so one of the things that definitely has to happen is when these icons pass this selection area, they need to light up like this. Now I'm trying to think of a way to do that, but I'm sort of coming up on a blank. Because one of the things I can do is oh wait, hold on. Might be able to do this in a very smart way. One of the ways that I'm thinking of doing that, and I'm just gonna go right now and say that this will not work, but if I can track the individual position of this, um, I should work. But the problem with that is, oh wait, never mind. I don't need to do that. I just need to know which tile it's on, right? Okay, I have an idea. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna generate tiles. So it's going to generate a certain amount. So for I equals 1 to daily reward tile count do. So it's going to go from 1 to this number here, which I defined as 160 up above. It's going to, so wait, local tile template equals, do I have a main, or I think I have a home, right? Yeah. I'm gonna create a new variable. Local daily reward equals home dot right side dot daily reward. So it's gonna take that daily reward dot main dot scroller dot template.
You don't make up for your sins in the church.
And then,
You do it in the streets. You do it at home. The rest is bullshit and you know it.
Alright, something exceedingly serious has popped up, so I gotta go.
alright, I'll see you later.
See you.
Well, oof. Macaroni face, I seen that. That ain't okay. I have a, I'm gonna regret showing you guys this. Oh. Damn. I have, this thing. So, yeah, that's nice. Okay. No, I shall not. So, generate tile or reward. I need it for Scuba's reasons. Scuba's can suck it. So, new tile equals tile template clone. Oh. And I'm also going to create a local tile table equals blah. First things first, I'm going to table.insert the tile table. I'm going to insert the new tile into the tile table so I can access it using the I'm not gonna. I see that comment, but I'm not gonna unhide it. It's not okay. Or actually, no. Screw it. Alexa, the last thing I heard was "suck it." Okay, generates pre-reward tiles, and it's just gonna insert those. So I'm gonna add a little bit of a snippet. So for set tile random tile types, and then I'm just going to set the parent of the new tile to daily reward dot main dot scroller. Oh, and one more thing is new tile dot layout order equals I. Right. Okay. So generate reward tile. So local reward tile equals tile template clone table dot insert tile table new tile or reward tile new tile or reward tile equals or sorry, no, reward tile dot layout order equals daily reward tile count +1. And then it's going to set the reward tile dot parent equals this. And then generate post reward tiles for I equals 1, comma, let's say 2, do local, and I'm just gonna copy and paste over this, except I'm gonna adjust this layout or +2. Cools. Oh wait, daily reward tile count +2. Or +I. +1. And then over here, let's go reward tile dot name equals reward tile. And just for keks, we're also going to set the names of these. New tile dot name equals toString I. Or specifically, let's do this. So now we can just copy and paste that over here. Then for this, we're gonna preface that with the layout order. There you go. So something like that. Today, Foxen called me a good Scootus. I am mildly concerned. Okay, so here we need to initialize daily reward event button. So that would be oh god, what the heck? Why did it add a compressor sound effect? Be gone! Okay. So daily reward dot claim button dot mouse button one click double dot connect function, or no, I can just connect that to do daily reward cycle like so. So one single line of code. Beautiful. Site-17 a good game, and there's also gambling. But see, it's not gambling because you're not wasting any money on the daily reward. It just sort of happens. So, no. Be gone! Okay, let's try it. Hopefully it won't stab me really hard. I also had to show her how to get an SCP for a test. I think she just knows I have her face ref. Right. Okay, so there we go. Main UI hub, home, calc. Right side, daily reward. Okay, here is where it gets real. Oh boy. Okay, so at around, why does it only, what happened to, why is it 151? It should be, oh, did I put 150, not 160? I did put 150. Okay, cool. So we have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Okay, so we have 151, 152, and 153. Okay, cool. So Sorry. Something demanded my attention. Okay. So, okay, so we are at 151, 152, 153. Okay, so our objective is to get everything stopped at 151. So let's kill the character. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna add a arbitrary weight amount. So we're just gonna wait for like 1 second. And then do the spin. So for here, we're going to create a tween, our main sort of mover. Rules on cussing in chat, keep it to a minimum. Oh wait, you're AFK. I'll say it again once you come back. Daily reward dot main dot scroller. And then next is going to be tweeninfo.new. So we're going to use our daily reward duration as the time that it takes. We're going to use enum.easing style. We're probably going to use something like Quint. Then we're going to use enum.easing direction. So we're going to ease into it. So it's going to start out really fast, and then it's going to slow down as we get closer to the objective. So that's a tweening out sort of thing. And so the objective here, so right now, it is at 0. So the scroller right now. Oh my god, stop opening this menu, Roblox. Nobody wants you. We have this, so right now it's at position 000. So in order to move exactly one element, we have to reposition exactly 0.284 in the negative direction. Can I have negative, please? There we go. So doing that moves one element over to the right. Add screen shake to illustrate the spinner speed and power. Maybe there is actually a camera shake module dedicated specifically to or there's a module in this framework that is dedicated specifically to making the camera shake. So essentially, what we're doing here now is we so our final position, so scroller or daily, or, sorry, no, position ends up being negative 0.284 times, and our index right now is currently, technically speaking, 1, right? Because this is going to be the position of index 1. Or no, this is the position of index 1. So 1, 2, right? So, oh my goodness. The second I go to type it, immediately, there we go. So, that, we can figure out that, so, the tile amount is 150 right now, so daily reward tile count, and I think we just add, so let's actually just try this out. So one thing that we're gonna do for that specifically is we're gonna set the background color for the reward tile. So reward tile dot background color 3 is going to be the daily reward selected color. So yeah, so it's just going to be positioned that. So let's play that and see what that ends up looking like. Okay, and of course that oh. Darn. Okay. udem2 dot new that 0 0 0. Cuck. Okay, let's try it out. It's gonna do that, then it's gonna slow down. Okay, so it lands right there. So we actually need to add 1 to this. Piece of trash. Plus 1. So if I roll to claim now, should land on the reward tile. Bingo! Hell yeah. Okay. So, so the next sort of problem that we encounter is we need to somehow make every single thing highlight as it goes by. And second of all, I'm gonna just increase the time that it takes for this operation to continue, so that we can sort of focus more on the smaller details. So for that, I'm gonna try and do it in a bit of a smarty pants way. For main, I'm going to add a number value. And I'm going to call it selected tile. And I'm going to set its number to 2 by default. Yeah, because it's always going to be the second element that's selected. At this point, I am also going to move template out of scroller and into main. I'm just going to make it non-visible. And I'm going to get selected template right out of here. So now, template is going to be under main. And additionally, we're also going to have to make sure that we set the new tile dot visible to true. We're just gonna do that for literally everything. Reward tile dot visible equals true. Okay, now we're gonna do something slightly sketchy. So we are going to create, so because we have a number value there now, right after the arbitrary, or right before the arbitrary weight amount, we're going to do local selection connection equals, so number value is inside of main, so daily reward dot main dot selected tile colon get property changed signal, and it's going to be value colon connect function. Yeah, it's a really long thing, so to break it down, we're sort of gonna do this. Actually, I don't know if I like that, but whatever. Makes it slightly easier to read. Okay, and then the new value I think is passed into here. Maybe? Hold on. Roblox get property changed signal. Okay. Okay, no, so it does not pass in the new value, so. Actually, we can probably insert an int value here. That would probably even be better. If you can tell, Roblox is really slow for some reason. Now it's up to 2 by default. Yeah, so before that, we're going to go local selected tile value equals daily reward dot main dot selected tile. Now instead of this, we can have this called get property change signal called connect. Still messy, but what'll you do? So now we go to So remember that tile table that we created? So now we can go to tile table, selected tile dot value -1. We can set that background color 3 equals daily reward not selected color. Then we can go tile table selected tile dot value dot background color 3 equals daily reward selected color. And we'll just do that until the end here. So once we do the spin, clean up. So and then what we want to do is we actually want to disconnect that function. So selection connection disconnect, because otherwise it'll sort of just keep stacking up. Now, granted, this will only fire once the entire day, but still, good practice. I'll probably be ending this stream soon, but more or less at the 3-hour mark. Okay, so. And it is not doing it for some reason. Oh dear, okay. Right, okay. So now we actually have to, I think, move this to -2. Then we have to... Wait. Actually, no. There, this one to -2. Oh right, I didn't actually create the tween for the number value. So ts create selected tile. I'm gonna use the same exact tween info that I did for this thing. Then I'm going to set its value to be the daily reward tile count plus 1, or value equals daily reward count plus 1, and then we're going to play it. Now theoretically this should start doing something. So the question is, so the level up system, does it also level up your clearances in the game, like level 1 to level 5, or do you have to buy the clearances? So the way that the level up system will work for this game is, first of all, you have 2 types of currencies. You have coins and you have experience. For coins, you can purchase stuff like cosmetics, and you can also purchase certain events. For experience, so as you gain experience, you level up on your own. Now, granted, there will be ways to, there are developer products to allow you to level up to the next level immediately, but those increase in cost as you go up. Okay, and nothing is happening again. Fun. Okay, so it's not -2, it's -1. I also want to know why this isn't firing. Changed fire. And then we're just gonna attach selected tile dot value. Yep. So question is, so you can actually just unlock everything for free by being active on the game. Yes. You absolutely can. The only thing you might not be able to is certain cosmetics, but everything game related you should be able to unlock just by playing the game. Yeah, and it's not firing. What the heck? Is the value changing? Yeah, the value changed. What the heck? Okay, looks like we're gonna have to do this the hanky-panky way. I think they removed the. I think they confirmed Mod Game Pass was removed unless you sub to Patreon. I don't know if they will keep the whole mod system, though it's undecided. So, yes. So previously in Site-17, there was 2 levels of mod. You could get the first one for I want to say 10K. I'm not entirely sure about that one. Robux. Yeah, and it would give you certain limited mod perms. And then there was the second tier, which was essentially it was called Head Moderator. Which, why is that not firing? What the crap? Then there was the second tier, which was essentially Head Moderator. So essentially, what we've done in this new version of Site-17 is we have. It's more like we removed head mod, and what was mod became head mod. So head mod essentially became mod, and then mod got removed. So yeah, unless you sub to Patreon, you will not get mod. Okay, why is this literally not firing? Yeah, so 7,500 or 500 or 1,500. Okay. What if I move it down here? Yeah, gamepad mods were or sorry, Game Pass mods were a little bit insane. Like heck is this? Yeah, so this was one of the only times that I went on Site-17. And I immediately got assaulted. So there's Flammy assaulting me. Kidding. Don't take that out of context. Yeah, no, it was funny. It was really funny. Yeah. Okay. Daily rewards selection. There we go. Okay, we're gonna watch that. Yeah, it's changing! What the crap? Okay, 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 okay. Wow. Okay. Let's try a test. Let's find out if it just does not like this for some reason. So weight 1, selected tile, dot value equals 3. Does it just not like it? I'm confused. I don't understand. Hey Formal, welcome to the stream, even though we're ending soon. Yeah, it changed. Okay, does it just not like tween? Is that it? Okay. What if I change it to a number value and not an int value? Will that fix it? I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's either Xao or Hao, but yes. All-nighter, I'm guessing? And it's still not firing. What the crap? I don't understand this. What the heck? Okay. Is it because it's firing too often? Like, what's the deal here? What the heck? Okay, what if we do daily reward dot main dot scroller dot change? What happens then? I'll get rid of these guys, and I'll just sort of have it print this out instead. Get rid of this test that we did here. Will that work? Zhao. Okay. All-nighter? And it's still not printing. My god. What the heck? Hey, squad fam. I've pulled enough of those to know that they're amazing. Okay. I'm honestly kind of at a loss for words. I'm not entirely sure what the heck I'm supposed to do in this scenario. Because it's never been a problem before. So if we go to events, no, that's functions. If we go to events, where's changed? Yeah, there's changed. Fires immediately after a property of an object changes. I mean, is tween service just not changing the value? Or what the heck is going on there? Like, is it changing it in a different way, or? Oh god. Okay. That's it. So, if the default provided tween service is not doing it for us, the only thing I can say is, so long and thanks for all the fish. No, just kidding. It means that we need to we need to create our own tweening function essentially. So, God. Okay. When Carmen talks about scripting, how can I change this? I mean, what is going on? um, so the thing that I found, like even if I'm describing everything that I'm doing, it's really difficult to like even for me, if I'm reading another scripter's code, it's really difficult for me to understand what's going on unless I go through everything step by step by step. So I really don't blame anyone in chat, whether you're a good scripter or a bad scripter. From like I don't blame you for not being able to follow along. Anyway, okay. So what tween service essentially does is it creates a function where so what happens in a tween function is it takes its original position. So right now its position is udim 0, right? So this value here, this one that I've highlighted, is 0. And it says, oh hey, I need to reach this point. How do I get there within this amount of time? So first things first, we're gonna insert a couple notes just to make sure that we keep track of stuff. So typically x is time, right? And then y for us is going to be position. So our end goal for us is such that position has to equal this value here. So for that, we're going to create a new variable, daily reward count. Oh, okay, it's gonna do me like that, is it? Okay, we're just gonna call it C. So, and C is defaulted to 150. So if X is time and Y is position, what we're gonna see is we're gonna see a really like a mess, we're gonna see the position change very rapidly. Very rapidly at the start. So it's gonna go up like crazy. And then as it approaches the endpoint, so as it approaches 150, it's going to slow down. So it's going to, if I take this as a screenshot, it's going to be this sort of curve. Now, if you're mathematically inclined, or graph inclined, I guess, you will realize that this looks very similar to a square root curve. So to demonstrate y equals sqrt of x, and then I'm just going to scale it up by like 80. Or it might be natural log. Yeah, no, I think it's natural log ln x, maybe. Yeah, it's more like that. So as x approaches infinity, we're gonna see the value go up and up and up and up and up. But overthrow tween surface and replace with your own puppet tweening. What in the world is going on here? Okay, so by default, oh crap. So by default, this goes through that. Sorry, I'm having more than a couple brain farts right now. I'm trying to remember how exactly I want this to work. Okay. So, if we want to use an ln function, natural log, I think it's natural log in this case, it might be just base 10. Can I do a natural log? So there's ln. Oh wait, ln is natural log. Never mind, I'm dumb. Okay. So ln by default passes through 1. So first things first that we gotta do is we need to offset this so that it passes through 0. So we're gonna do that by doing x plus 1. So now it passes through 0. Now the only thing now is essentially what we have to do at this point is we have to take, so x is the maximum distance that it needs to move. So, oh god. In this scenario, that is going to be marked by d. So d is going to be our total distance that it has to move. And d is going to be negative 0.284 times c minus 1. So first off, we notice that, oh hey, this value is freaking negative. So here we gotta invert ln so that it's in the negative spectrum. Yeah, so essentially what we have to do now is, so see this line here? At whatever time we define, so let's say we define, so reward duration. So d is distance. I'm gonna say t is the total time it takes, and daily reward duration by default is 10. So now we do x equals t. So here is the point where we need this natural log curve to intersect. So we need it to reach over here. Now, how the crap do we do that, I hear you asking. Now, if I recall correctly, I think I do. Oops. So look at this. Natural, the value of E is 2.71. Now if we look back at here, this is not 2.71. CAC! Goodness. Wait, does Roblox even have a function for... Does it even have a function for natural log? It has for exponents. Okay, it does. It does. So if you use math.log and you don't define the base, it'll default to natural log. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, we go back to decimals. Okay, so unfortunately this just straight up involves paint. So right now we essentially have to, so the way we have this set up is we have, oh heck, we have y equals negative, we're gonna use s here for the stretch value, ln or natural log of x plus 1. The way you find the intercept, like what stretch value, what s value, this value here, the way you find that is you plug in everything else. So we know that the y value has to be, or sorry, no. So the way you find the stretch value here is you isolate this s value here. And the way you do that is very, very simple in this case. You do some basic algebra to put the ln of x plus 1 over on the other side. So you essentially divide both sides by ln of x plus 1, and the result is that you have negative s on one side. And then all you do after that is you just apply the negative to the other side, like so. X plus 1. Now, will this work? I have absolutely no idea. Well, let's find out. So, let's create our S value here, and S is going to be negative, and then our Y in this scenario, where we're trying to intercept is D, so negative D, divided by ln of our X. What is our X? Where is it trying to intercept? That is going to be T plus 1. Right, so we put that here, and then if we plug in S, there we go. It now intersects in the proper location. So here essentially is our formula, and now we just have to turn this into code. Now, do I like that? Do I like that function? Do I like this curve? I honestly have no idea. I don't think I do, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna opt for something a little bit simpler, because blog is honestly kind of a difficult operation, I think, for the computer to perform. So we're gonna get rid of. So we're not gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of this. Gonna get rid of this. We're gonna keep those two. So first off, we're gonna go back to our square root function. Right, it's over here now. We're gonna invert it, and then we're gonna put in our S. Now our S is once again going to paint. So by default, or wait, heck. So it's already at 1, it's already trying to intersect here, and it has to intersect here. So what we do here is what? Keck. Why is it always so thin? Y equals negative square root. Oh, there's an S here. Square root of X. So to simplify that, Y equals square root of X equals negative S, and then if we just copy that over, or if we fix that, square root of X. There, boom, done. So if we put in an S here, and then we put our S equation here, so negative, and then our Y is D, divided by SQRT of our X, which is T, boom. Now, once again, I'm not liking this because it's not shallow enough. So I'm gonna instead use a different root. I'm gonna use this. So what this does is essentially allows me to define my own root type. So 2 is default. Then we have something like 3, 4, 5, etc. So I'm gonna use a 4. Yeah, and I think it's as simple as literally just yeah, it's literally just that. Now, does Roblox support more types of square root functions? Let's find out. So there's noise. There's okay. We can use math.power to get the square root of something. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, so typical square root is this with a index of 2. It's equivalent to doing x to the power of 1/2. Zhao says, will the progression of the people who play early access carry over to the full game's release? Yes, it will. At least at the current moment, it is certainly planned. Oh lordy. Okay. I'm trying to think
You don't make up
of a way to make this less computationally intensive
You do it in the streets.
for the game engine.
You do it at home.
Let me tell you, I'm not coming up with a lot.
The rest is bullshit, and you know it.
I feel like this song is on a loop now at this point. Um. Okay, let's try it. That is not the right thing. Okay. This is gonna be something. Yeah. Local function get sqrt warp, and we are passing in 3 values, I think. You know what? Okay, we're back to Decimus. I completely forgot about the thing. So this function assumes that we are starting at it assumes that we are starting at a value of 0. But what if I told you that we're not starting at a value of 0? We're starting at a value of 2. So now all of a sudden it's intersecting 2 values higher, or 2 values lower, I should say, than it should be. So in the way we visualize this is by literally doing this. So now we can see that it's doing stuff there. So I think that's done by doing this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, never mind. We're good to go, I think. So and this is just gonna be hard coded because I honestly can't be bothered to make this more difficult than it already is. So I'm including only the variables that I actually need to. So passing in is t for time, time on curve, and it's going to return a position. So first of all, local distance is negative 0.284 times what's that? Oh, that's daily reward tile count -1. Will the mythical 1-2 month release date actually be real, or will the random stuff that should be easy actually take forever? Find out on the next episode of Bottom Gear. Okay, local stretch. So this is going to be our S value, our stretch value. It's going to be negative distance plus 2 divided by math dot power. And we're going to put our time on curve And we're gonna put it to a exponent of 1/4. Oh my god. 1/4. And then we're going to return, so local position is going to be negative stretch times math.power of x to the 1/4 minus 2. And we're going to return position. So I'm an idiot. So we don't actually need to get the position of the... Oh my god, okay. So the problem here is that instead of... So I got the UDIM position of the scroller. Yeah, we don't need that. We actually need the selected tile integer that's interpolated between 2 and 150. Or whatever the heck the max value is. So that's a finna oof. That is rather mesmerizing. Okay. Yeah, so our distance literally just becomes C. Oh no. Okay, sorry, my brain cells are steadily deteriorating. Functions that have horizontal asymptotes. Thank you. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna stick with this function here. So essentially, what we've done now is our distance, instead of being whatever the heck that is, local distance is literally just daily reward count. That should probably be time on curve. Cack. No. Okay. Max time. Oh, wait, no. So our maximum, heck, okay, whatever. Our maximum for stretch value here is actually not supposed to be time on curve. It's supposed to be daily reward duration. There we go. This is turning out a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. This is gonna be very sketchy. Local runner or time runner equals, and I need another thing called run service now. Local rs equals game get service run service. rs bind to a render step. No. Dot heart. What in the world? Those get depreciated. Dot. Hold up. Huh. Okay then. Roblox just nukes pretty much everything. Because run service used to have something called stepped or heartbeat. Those have apparently been replaced by these. So anything that was ever using any of those methods or events is now no longer working. I think. Hold on. Well, I'll be okay. Guess it still works. If it isn't throwing errors, that is. Okay. So we're just gonna do dot pre-render colon connect function blah blah blah. Local time started equals. Yeah, render stepped and heartbeat is apparently gone. I'm looking at the API right now. It's gone. Ha! They still have samples for run service stepped. Get memed. Keck. Okay. Oh boy. See, that's the thing. Roblox probably isn't gonna kill them anytime soon. They're probably just gonna depreciate them, which means that whenever you're coding something, it'll like. So kind of like when I was doing stuff here with rs dot, it's just not gonna show stepped or whatever, and then in a couple years time, or like a couple months, they're gonna just silently remove it, and everything that ever used render stepped is just gonna break immediately. Yeah. Because too many games rely on those old methods, or old properties, or whatever. Okay. Yeah. So I'm actually gonna end the stream here because honestly, I've realized at this point that I'm tired, and you guys are probably also tired from watching this nearly 4-hour long stream at this point. So I'm just gonna end it, and we can restart it later when we're all sort of fresher. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys learned something new. Hope you guys liked Yellow Jet. He's probably gonna come back and feature streams as well. Maybe even a couple other people. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, shove, shove. So we'll see what happens with that. So yeah. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you later. See ya.